Whew. Okay, so I wanted to get on here today to talk about, well, it's actually evening where I'm at, but I wanted to talk about twin flames, all right, and something that I have truly learned along the way, okay? What not to do and what to do when it comes to your twin flame, all right? So, guys, first of all, I get it. Okay, I completely get it. The ones that are just, starting out, and experiencing all of the obsessive thinking that happens when you do encounter your twin flame, when you come into, contact with your twin flame. All the shit that you go through as far as like shadow work, if you want to call it that. I truthfully feel like when your twin flame comes into your life, right, when you see them in this dimension, it is you, of course, right? You're having to look at yourself in a different form, right? In a different body vehicle. But at the end of the day, it's your energy. It's actually supposedly supposed to be the same exact DNA type of energy, okay? You're not separate, okay? There is no separation. Actually, you're not separate from anything, all right? Everything that you are observing and watching that's around you is all of you. It's all of your energy, right? It's a form of your energy. Fractals of your energy, if you want to call it that. But your twin is the exact DNA because it's actually you incarnated twice in the same dimension. Okay, I hope that makes sense. It's just like, when people, they show movies, right? Like Back to the Future or whatever, and you go back in time and you're having to look at yourself. Same thing, but time is an illusion. There is no time, right? But I do believe that there's different levels of dimensions that we can, like different portals, different gateways that we can step into. We are multi-dimensional beings, guys. So I do believe that we can actually do that. And in this dimension, whatever dimension you're in where you did encounter your twin flame, yeah, it's you. You're looking at yourself, but just in a different form, right? A different body vehicle. So anyways, let's get back to what I was talking about. So we meet our twin flame, and it's all romantic and bubbly at first, right? You have this soul recognition when you see them, like, and sometimes you don't even realize that's what it is, that you're actually looking at your fucking self until later on, or maybe like as time goes on. When you're spending time with this person, you start to see it. I didn't. My twin did, but I didn't. I didn't start to see what was going on until later, until we actually decided to go our separate ways physically. That's when things started to come to me. Okay. So what I'm trying to tell you is the twin triggers us as far as like old energy that we've held within our DNA, right? Energy programming energy, shall I say, that we have been taught or learned, through society, that we've held on to. When we actually look at ourselves and we see ourselves somehow, some way, it just triggers. We end up getting triggered. And the problem is when these old conditioning energies arise, we tend to attach ourselves to it, okay? We overanalyze the emotions that are coming up, right? I like to call it emotions because it makes it more understandable. instead of old energy. When old emotions are arising and we attach ourselves to it, right, and we overanalyze it, it becomes a repeated cycle, and eventually it manifests in front of you, and you're observing it and having to watch and see it, right? That's what happens when it comes to your twin flame. You start to see signs of your twin flame, right? Once you start attaching yourself to the obsessive thinking, the obsessive emotion, the obsessive thinking you do when the emotions arise, it's an attachment. It does manifest not outside of you, because nothing is outside of you, right? Everything is you're not separate from nothing, right? So it's all your energy at the end of the day. It's fractals of your energy, and you're having to see it, right? You're hearing their name. You're seeing cars that may look like their car. You're seeing their name, or you're seeing someone that resembles them. Yeah. Okay. What else? There's something else. There's more to it. Oh, hearing songs that remind you of them, right? Please don't get attached to any of that shit, okay? It's just something that you manifested. It's old conditioning energy that you fucking manifested, and you're having to see it now. It has nothing to do with you coming into union with your twin flame, okay? Because number one, there is no union, right? Because you already are in union. You are one big source of fucking energy. It's your energy. Your twin flame is you in a different body vehicle. And you're seeing it as being separate because they look different than you. But the energy is the same. The soul, if you want to call it. You're looking at yourself, but it just looks different because the body vehicle looks different. Okay? So anyways, people automatically get attached when they start to see the signs, hear music, all that shit, man. No, it's just something, the laws of attraction is real, man. And look, whatever you think about, if you hold on to that for so long, it does manifest. It manifests, and you're having to see it. And that's what happens when the signs appear in front of you. And it's best not to get attached, because what happens is you create a stuck energy when you get attached to it and think, oh my God, I'm seeing my twin flame's name. I'm hearing it. I'm hearing songs that have to do with my twin flame. So that means I'm coming into union. No, fuck, it doesn't mean that. It means that that's an old conditioning energy that needs to be released, and it does no longer serve you. And the best thing to do when it happens is to kind of not attach yourself to it. No, just don't attach yourself to it. Don't overanalyze it. Don't try to figure out why you're seeing the signs. Does that mean I'm coming into union? No, it does not mean that. It's just energy, old conditioning energy that needs to be released. That's it. And sometimes you'll even see signs of your twin flame when you're not even thinking about them. Don't be alarmed. It's just still old conditioning energy that still needs to go. Sometimes we don't even realize that we're holding on still to old conditioning energy that has to do with the twin. That still needs to go, and you're still having to see it, right? It doesn't matter if you haven't thought about them in a while. It still will show up in your now moment. Just allow it to be what it is, and don't get attached to it. Don't try to ask questions and overanalyze it and try to figure out what it fucking means. It doesn't mean anything. It's just appearing in front of you. Now, you'll know when you're coming into contact with your twin flame, because they'll show up in front of you physically, right? And this could even go as far as, like, if you're friends with them on social media and they like one of your status, that's them appearing, showing up in your physical moment, your now moment, like showing up physically just by them liking your status. They physically did that. Okay? Or messaging you in your inbox. That's the beginning of them starting to come into contact with you. Them liking your status, that's the beginning of them coming into contact with you. Now, the most important thing for you to do when that does happen is to not get attached. Allow it to be what it is. Enjoy the moment fully, right? Don't hold expectations of, oh my God, am I going to hear from them again? Are they going to like another one of my statuses when I do put another post up? Don't do that, right? Because a lot of us fuck it up when we do that. And I know a lot of twin people that do that. I know a lot of people do that. They get so excited, you know, because they look at your twin flame as like a fucking fairy tale. You know what I mean? Because it's so, when you're with them, it's so, you know, when you first met them, it was so romantic and bubbly. And sometimes we tend to hold on to that. And that is, that moment has already passed. It's already gone, right? You need to live in the moment that you're in. Enjoy what you're doing with them in that moment, or what's even going on in that moment. And don't hold expectations of the outcome of when and how you're going to see them again. Just accept the fact that they liked one of your statuses. Just accept the fact that they messaged you in your inbox. Just accept the fact that you bumped into them in the store somewhere, or they showed up at your house. Accept it and just live in your moment with it until you see them again. And I guarantee you, you will see them again if you don't hold expectations of when you will see them again. The when and the hows. Okay? Look, I'm going to be real with you. I went through the same exact thing. You know, I had my moments where I literally, you know, had an experience with my twin flame coming into contact with him, and I held an attachment to it. I started to hold expectations of when I was going to see that again, see him again, I mean. And I fucked it up just by doing that. And I didn't see him again, right? It's no different than you bumping into somebody else that you know, right? You're seeing them physically. And there's no such thing as coming into union, because like I said, you're already in union because it's you, it's your energy. You know, so it's really important for you not to look at them as being separate from you. It's really important for you not to look at anything as being separate from you, because you are not separate from nothing. This is it. Everything that you're seeing and watching and feeling and touching and tasting is all a part of the divine, which is who you are. It's your energy. Everything is everything is fractals of your energy. And your twin flame is actually your DNA. It's your energy to the T, you know what I mean? But I really felt like it was important to talk about this, because a lot of twin flames that, you know, a lot of people that have just met their twin flame and are experiencing all this stuff, it's really important for you to know this, you know, so that you don't make that mistake. And if you do make the mistake, hey, it's a learning curve, you know what I mean? Everybody goes through it that has come in contact with their twin flame, you know. I guess sometimes you got to go through it to get to it. But yeah, man, oh man, I'll tell you. So just know it's really not important whether you see your twin flame again or not, because the more you sit and focus on it, the more you won't see them. Or maybe they'll show up in your moment and they'll do that push and pull bullshit with you, you know what I mean? Because you're still holding attachments, you're still overanalyzing, you know, obsessive thinking, you know, all that shit. Look, old conditioning energy is always going to arise. It's always going to show up in front of you. But the important thing here is to allow it to do that and give it love and light without overanalyzing it and attaching yourself to it, right? Give it love and light. I love you. You are amazing. You are wonderful, right? When that obsessive thinking starts to happen, you turn towards yourself and you're like, I love you. You are epic. You are ascension. You are ascended. You are amazing. You are wonderful. You are protected and safe. You are doing a great job, right? You compliment yourself. And by you doing that, you're giving yourself the self-love that it needs, right? And your energy gains momentum. And you start to align with what is, right? You align with all that is, and you attract all the love and light that you're giving to yourself. Am I making any sense? I hope so. But just remember that, guys. Look, and even with the numbers, a lot of people will attach themselves to the numbers and think it has to do with their twin flame. No, it fucking doesn't. What it does mean is you are a multi-dimensional being, and you're able to jump into different dimensions, right? It's a beginning of a portal, a gateway that's opening up, right? And you're stepping into that gateway when you come into contact with all these numbers, right? Synchronicities, if you want to call them that, right? Not everyone can see the numbers like you can. So that just means that you're stepping out of the 3D metrics into another dimension. Enjoy it. Love it. Give it gratitude. Say you want more. Like, thank you. More, please. Thank you. More, please. Right? Because one thing you do notice when you come into contact with your twin flame, or you don't even have to come into contact with your twin flame. Some people become so self-aware of who they really are without having to come into contact with their twin flame, and they're having to see the world differently than what they've seen it before, right? But there could be someone sitting right next to you that will see totally different from what you're seeing. And that's because the both of you are in two different dimensions. And that's okay. So when you do come across these numbers, 1111, 222, 333, 444, 555, right? Just know that you're stepping into a portal. You're stepping into another dimension. And you're leaving the metrics behind, even though you can be in the metrics, but not of it. You know what I mean? Be in the world, but not of the world. You know what I mean? Have you ever heard of that saying? You can be in the 3D metrics, but still see things differently. And that's because you're traveling into different dimensions. You're quantum leaping, shall I say. That's what's going on when you see the numbers. It has nothing to do with your twin flame, okay? So let's get that out there. And look, I may trigger somebody right now with this video. People that are just starting out on this, are just starting out and just came into contact with their twin flame and this experiences are new to them. This might trigger you because some people aren't ready to hear this. But one day you will be, and you'll thank me, right? I know you will. Because trust me, I've been there, I've done that, I've experienced it. Does it make me better than you? No, it just makes me have more compassion for you because I understand what you're going through. I was there, and let me tell you, it's not a good feeling at times to go through, how should I say it, the dark night of soul. The ego death is what I call it. You know, it's like you're shedding layers and layers of old conditioning energy that just doesn't serve you anymore. And it's never fun. But if you turn towards yourself and you give that old conditioning energy the love and light that it needs, and give it the compliment so it can feel safe enough to leave the body vehicle, right? When you attach yourself to it, when you overanalyze it, it doesn't feel safe to leave. And what happens is it just stays stuck, and it becomes this repeated cycle, and you're still releasing, having a hard, not releasing, but it's like trapped, shall I say, because it wants to be released. But the only way it can be released is by you loving it, and making it feel safe. But anyways, my back is starting to hurt. And I feel like I've said all I could say to help you. Giving you and sending you so much love and light. Wishing you nothing but the best. Mwah. Bye-bye.